All right, guys, fire away.
Hey, Christian, can you just talk about what life is like in the bubble? I heard some guys from Eastern Washington yesterday talking about maybe food being different and everything just being different. So, what's it been like for you guys in the bubble so far?
Yeah, it's definitely been different. It's just a different lifestyle for us, that we had to adjust to. And I think the Big 12 tournament was a good warm up, for this, this type of thing. We've been practicing in the bubble. It's more the same, but like you said, it's a little different with food when we are quarantined for a little bit. But like I said, we had a good warm up a couple of days of the Big 12 tournament for this.
You think the team's ready for Saturday?
Yeah, I think we're getting ready. I think we still got a couple of days that we got to get some stuff ready. We got to prepare for them. But I know we're all excited and we're ready for the game for sure.
Christian, what's it like in the Brown household, especially with your brother playing for Mizzou, them having to drive over to Indianapolis? What's the conversations been like with the family trying to follow you and your brother along in Indy?
It's been hectic. Just like you said, everybody's here. My whole family's coming. He's staying at the hotel right next to us. We don't get to see each other, but it's awesome. That he gets to play. And I get to play, and my parents get to come and watch. So we're really excited, for both of our first NCAA tournaments. We just can't wait to play.
Were they pretty excited that you guys were playing at different times, so they were able to watch both?
Yeah. In my house, I had a little brother that's still playing high school basketball, or was still playing high school basketball. So it's been a crazy month for them. And then now they actually get to watch both of us play. So they're pretty excited, yeah.
Are they bringing you anything up in a care package or any goodies with them when they come to visit?
No, not that I know of. They're not bringing me anything, but they treat me pretty well when I'm at home, so I won't complain.
Christian, I don't know how much you can comment on it, but do you know if you guys will have a full team, or have you heard kind of how it's going to all play out on Saturday?
I think Coach is going to be next, so he'll give you guys more of an update on that. But I know the team that we got is really excited to, play the first game. And like I said, we're all really juiced up. This is a lot of our first tournaments, so we're excited for the first game.
I wonder.
What are your expectations? Being that this is your first NCAA tournament, what are your expectations about the experience?
My expectations about the experience, coming here, we knew it was going to be different. Like we already talked about, we knew there was going to be different challenges this year. But like I said, we're excited, and we didn't come here to lose. So no matter what, we're going to come out there and play our heart out, and just leave it on the floor.
Hey, Christian, what have you seen from Eastern Washington? Anything specific?
We haven't started watching their film, but we talked a little bit about their players. They got a big guy that's really talented. Was a player of the year in their conference, and they got a lot of guys that can shoot the ball. So like I said, we haven't started watching their film yet, but we will soon. We just know a little bit about their personnel.
Right, and just to follow up, how have you seen your play transform from the start of the season to now?
I think towards the end of the season, not just me but the team, I think we really turned it up defensively. We've won like 8 of our last 9 or whatever it was, and I think that's a lot to do with our defense. Just as a team, we switched a couple of things, but as a team, I think we've turned up the defensive side, and I think personally, I've definitely been more locked in defensively. I haven't shot the ball as well, but what we've been doing has been translating to winning, and that's really all I'm concerned about.
Hey, Christian, Coach Self said recently that January was the closest he's come to losing a team, not from a bad attitude standpoint, but just from a defeated standpoint. I wonder, just from a player's perspective, what's your reaction to that quote, and just how close did you guys get to just having your season kind of lost just from a defeated type standpoint or mentality?
Yeah, coach told that to us too. But as a team, we knew we went through that tough stretch. We had a couple losses, but we knew as a team we had turned it around, and we did. We made a great turnaround. We've won, like I say, 8 of our last 9 or whatever it was, and then we really blew the game that we lost. But yeah, like you said, we had a little slump there. We turned it around. We're a 3 seed, and we're just looking forward and excited for our next opportunity.
Just as a competitor, what was so difficult about that stretch?
I think, like I said earlier, I think it was just locking in on the right things. We were worried about other things. Maybe scoring, trying to focus on offense too much. But now I think we're focused on making the other team play bad, and that's what Kansas in the past has always hung their hat on, and just making another team play bad and really focusing on defense. And I think that's what really flipped the switch for this winning streak.
Hey, with this being new for a lot of you guys and first experience in this event and also it being new because of COVID and all that, I mean, do you have a steadying influence? I mean, I'm assuming it might be Marcus, but is there a player or two on your roster that's kind of taking people along and helped you through how to prepare, how to focus, how to make sure you're ready for this event?
Yeah, I would say the people that are most vocal about, just being here in the past is Marcus and Mitch, just because they have the most experience in the tournament. But we got a Hall of Fame coach, that guides us through all of it. So, he does a lot of the talking, has the most experience. So I would say Marcus and Mitch talk the most from the players, but coach does a really good job of just telling us what to expect, in the tournament.
Marcus, the same dude? I mean, because he doesn't really change much and hasn't throughout his career, but have you seen him any different with this maybe being his last go around?
I think he's just extra focused. He really wants to win, and he knows, for his future that, this is a big tournament for him. So I think everybody's locked in, and we want to win for Marcus, like you said, because it's the last one.
Hey, CB, can you talk a little bit about playing with grit? And do you think you've embraced doing all the little things for this team, like diving for loose balls?
Yeah, I think I've done a much better job, after that little losing stretch of getting back to that. I think my freshman year, I was really good at that. And that's something that I've always been good at, coming to KU. That's always something I was good at, just getting loose balls, diving on the floor. And then I realized, down the stretch, we needed somebody like that, somebody that's willing to do that. And I'm more than willing to do it. And I know I need to make more of those plays if we're going to keep winning in March.
How much are you getting kind of that AAU vibe with multiple teams staying in the same hotel and then multiple teams practicing at the convention center?
Yeah, it is kind of like that, just because, you're walking around the hotel or you're walking, to the convention center for practice, and you see, guys that you just know from basketball. You see everybody walking around for meals. So it is a lot like AAU, like you said, just because you see all the players and all the other teams. So it's actually kind of cool. It's a little different experience, everybody, just, having everybody around. But I've seen a couple of guys that I play with, and, you don't get to talk to them and hang out with them as much, but it's good to see them.
Christian, how has practice been any different? Have you been able to have just normal practices, or have you had to change things up with the guys that have been absent?
Nah, practice has been the same. We do the same things. We're getting a lot done right now. Like I said, just focusing on the game. Getting ready for the first one. It's been the same pretty much.
Hey, Christian, following up on that, the AAU vibe, can you imagine what it's going to be like to be in this environment for 3+ weeks? And how did you all prepare for that, both logistically and mentally?
I hope we do get to experience what it's like, being here for a long time. It's going to be different. You pack extra clothes for that reason. You hope for a run in March. So that's the goal. That's everybody here. Everybody that's here's goal. And we're just focused on getting wins and staying here in the bubble as long as possible.
Sort of building off of that, did you bring anything to entertain yourself and your teammates while you have some downtime, like any board games or video games, anything like that?
Nah, I didn't bring any board games, because we're trying to stay away from each other. But I did bring my video game. That's really what I've been on the whole time. Because we got to stay in our rooms and stuff. So I've been playing video games, watching the TV, stuff like that, just to keep us entertained.
Are you a PS guy or Xbox?
I played a PS5.
Christian, what do you think if Tyon has to play a lot more? Is he ready? And what about Dewan?
Yeah, these practices, a lot of getting them prepared, getting them extra reps, and we've been doing that, before the Big 12 tournament too, because we know that at some point they could be really important for us. You saw a great game from Dewan against Oklahoma, and then we know what Tyon's capable of too. But these practices are getting them a lot more reps. We're just excited, if they do have to get their opportunity, that they're going to be ready.
Hey, Christian, can I ask another detailed question about the lockdown situation that you guys are living through? are you, when you say you're restricted to your rooms, do you have a roommate as you do back here on the hill? And are you guys by yourself? You know, what's just the mental stress of just kind of being with with a roommate or by yourself or that kind of thing?
Now you are by yourself. You get to see the guys at practice, you know, and meals and stuff like that. But you know, we're just trying to be safe, just how we were, you know, all throughout the season. You know, we go home, you know, try to stay away from each other, and then go to practice. You know, we get to hang out, you know, have fun at practice. But that's, you know, that's kind of the goal of the whole thing. You know, is to stay away from each other, stay as safe as possible. That way, everybody can play the games.
Are you guys taking your meals together, or are you getting your meals in your room now?
We had some of them in our room, and some of them are together. But you know, either way, we're spaced out a little bit.
Thank you.
How big of a hit is your rebounding going to take as a team, just with Jalen out for that first game at least?
We don't think it'll take a hit. You know, that's something that we've been focusing on. You know, everybody's just got to step up. You know, everybody's got to crash the boards. You know, and help everybody.
All right. Thanks, CB.